is completely different.
Sudoku.
Sudoku.
Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku. Sudoku.
Welcome to Everyone I Know, the podcast where we argue about the mundane, and we definitely give our guests headphones.
We never fuck that up.
We never fuck it up, and it's definitely Chris's fault.
Fuck you.
We are here again in the Troy Castle in the sky, in the producer. Oh, in the studio. Oh, we got Jay-Z. We got.
Where are you going with
we
this?
We got Timbaland in here. We got Pitbull. He's trapped.
Pitbull?
He cannot leave. I'm here with my brother Chris
What's up, guys?
and our producer Brenda.
Hello.
All right, folks. Thanks for being with us today. Everyone I Know is brought to you by Audible.com. If you want a free audiobook and a trial membership to Audible.com, you can go to audibletrial.com/EIK. I am listening to the 6th book of The Expanse because I can't put that shit
Oh my
down.
God, will you stop talking about this?
It's so
Stop
fucking
it.
good.
Holy
Stop
shit, it's
it.
been months.
You're
There's fucking like 8 books in it, bro.
Please don't read Discworld.
Discworld.
Discworld?
There's
What's
like
that?
40 books in that series.
Oh, okay.
It's
by
not as
Terry
good as The
Pratchett.
Expanse. The Expanse
Yeah,
is great.
actually, it's better.
By Terry
You've never
Bradshaw.
fucking read The Expanse.
Terry Pratchett.
Okay, regardless, if you want a free audiobook, you can do that. But they don't pay us. But you know who does? Our patrons.
Oh, we love you so much.
We do.
Thank
Well,
you.
some of
so-
them used to pay us more than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, John.
Some
Once you-
people wised up.
Some people figured out that they were giving us $20 a month like an imbecile, and then we were calling him an imbecile every week. So
But
thank you, John Shavers.
When's John coming on again?
We got to talk to him.
We
It's
do
been
a
little
critic
while.
episode with him, probably.
Yeah, we should definitely do a critic episode.
You can go to patreon.com/EIK fellas
It's actually Everyone I Know.
/everyone I know. Search everyone I know on any platform and you'll find us. We don't know our stuff.
Yeah.
Why would
Well,
we?
it's patreon.com/Everyone I Know. So you can support us
Yeah,
directly.
fun fact, if you Google Everyone I Know Patreon, we don't come up.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
because you named it EIK Fellas.
God, I love
Is it EIK? No, the URL is patreon
Yep,
/Everyone
doesn't
I Know.
come up in searches.
That's fucking
Only
stupid.
you
Maybe
searching
I'll-
EIK
Send me
Patreon
if you're subscribing to our Patreon, you're probably my personal friend. So just send me a text message and I'll send you a link.
Maybe I'll just change the name on the Patreon. Okay,
We have statues and candles and stuff like that.
we do.
Thank you so much. We love you. Kisses.
Bye. Thanks for coming, folks.
This week, we have the pleasure of having another musician in the house
Seems
because
to be a theme.
yeah, because you know why? Because musicians show up.
Yeah.
That's why.
We're hungry for exposure.
We have Alex Hayes, aka Sudoku. What's up, Alex? How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm actually very excited for your show on Friday. I think that we're sure about that.
Friday, most definitely.
At Superior Merchandise. Have you been there yet?
Yeah, I've played a couple times there.
It's a nice little venue.
I love that place. The coffee's good too.
What time on Friday is the show?
I believe 7 p.m.
Cool.
Be there, be square.
It's a hidden New York event.
Yes. Cody Davies.
DJ Crazy.
Feelings. We had Cody on and I immediately fucked up his name.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
I just don't, I thought his name was Davis, and Davies and Davis
And I
are
fucked
hard
up
for
his
somebody.
first name.
Did you call him like Greg?
Yeah, something's completely wrong.
Yeah, Greg Davis.
yeah.
From Hidden New York.
Yeah.
Riveting radio right
Yeah,
there.
no, it's pretty good stuff. All right, so moving right along, every week our father sends us an email in recapping last week's episode. Last week, if you listened, we did a little critique of a American classic film, In the Army Now, starring Pauly Shore, the Weasel. So our father sent us an email of his review of that film. I can't read out loud. Brendan can.
I can. And do you know why I can?
Why is that?
Because I'm what?
Smart.
I'm a...
Crazy guys.
Okay. Come on now.
You can't just make us dance for you like that, Brendan, every
but
single
I
time.
can.
Okay.
Greetings, EIK fellas. Thanks for coming to Utica for Father's Day. I enjoyed the rare roasted animal flesh, Chris's nearly award-winning mac and cheese, salad, and beer. I also enjoyed kicking Vader's ass at pitch. Let's go. I only saw the movie once. It was a marginally amusing movie, but as Brendan observed, played off the
He saw
U.S.'s
more than
incredibly
once.
performance during Operation Desert Storm, but engaging an even weaker enemy, the Libyans. The Iraqis and the world press had hyped the war before it commenced. The U.S. equipment would not work in the desert. The U.S. military would be decimated by the elite Republican Guard. I think the best example of how wrong they all got was at the Battle of 73 Easting.
Not a real
Needless
war,
to say,
by the way.
the Iraqis got their asses handed to them in a ground war that lasted 100 hours.
Oh, we're talking about Desert Storm. Are they trying to talk about the conflict
No, it's
we're
not
in the
Desert
army
Storm.
now because that didn't happen?
Didn't happen.
The most terrifying aspect of the Gulf War, however, was Iraq's use of Scud missile against the coalition troops and the civilians of Saudi Arabia and Israel. The Scud was an intermediate-range ballistic missile developed by the Soviets in the early 60s. It could carry conventional, chemical, biological, and nuclear payloads. Saddam Hussein used them in the same way that Hitler used the V-1 and V-2 missiles during World War II, as a weapon of terror against civilians. So in order to stop the carnage and preserve the coalition, Bush ordered a campaign to seek and destroy the Scud launchers, which included
Fucking
all
History
U.S.
Channel,
special
man? Come on.
forces, SEALs, Rangers, Marine Recon, Delta Force, etc., and the British SAS. They succeeded. I just got to say, before
I don't
finish
think it
this
had
email,
anything to do with civilian lives.
I just got to say that as somebody whose grad school was spent studying this exact war, he knows what he's talking about.
Does he?
He really does, actually.
Good for him.
Especially the whole part about where they played up the threat of Iraq. Like, these guys are going to... The freaking Republican Guard.
Oh, it's not...
They're going to destroy us. These are the elite... And rolled over him immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unlike what we're doing with Iran right now. No war in Iran. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
not what that
I
happened.
wrote a 30-page paper on the propaganda about this war
When did you write really?
Yeah.
When were you in school to do that?
when I went to grad school for history.
So they were still talking about Iran. Oh, you're talking about Iraq?
Yeah, Iraq.
Okay, I was going to say.
I don't
Because
think
Iran's
this-
happening right now.
Well, my other focus was Iran, but I don't
Okay.
know. I don't think this movie was as much propaganda as it was an exploitation film playing off the military success and the flawed notion that a group of misfits could do the job executed by the special forces. It was Stripes without the rich character development. Again, very accurate. He's on point on this one.
He might have just listened to the episode.
I know.
'cause we
Love
had all
Old
these
Man.
points.
P.S. Before you ever blaspheme movies like Kelly's Heroes, watch it first.
Whoa, shots fired.
See, now a little correction. I wasn't thinking Kelly's Heroes. I was thinking the show, and now the name escapes me.
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes. So,
Who cares? Yeah, did you watch it?
No.
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 We got better shows now. You seen The Wire?
you want to fight, old man? Come on.
All right, so this week we're going to do something a little bit different for the segment breaks because Alex is a musician and I enjoy his music quite a bit. So he's going to do a little bit of music over the segment breaks. So if you want to take her away. Yeah. I gotta learn how to use it. Oh, jeez. Topic number one. Topic number one. Forgot I had that on. I gotta learn how to use Ableton because that looks like a lot of fun.
I still gotta learn how to use it.
All right, folks. Well, I am topic number one today. I'm the first topic. I was racking my brain today what to do. I couldn't think of a topic, and then I thought of something. We all like entertainment. We enjoy.
I hate it.
We enjoy
I hate entertainment.
music.
I hate that stuff.
Music is for fools.
We enjoy movies.
Movies are for the dullards.
We enjoy television.
Television's cool.
We do.
What I want to talk about is something we've talked about a couple of times on the cast before, but I want to like kind of investigate a little bit more and maybe give our own little spin on it and our thoughts on it. I want to talk about streaming services, and I also want to talk about piracy.
Yeah,
and how
hey,
they
Rich.
almost fixed piracy, and they're about to make it come back.
Welcome to the on the high seas, matey.
Yarg, I'll see y'all. So yeah, for a period of time when I was younger, when I was in school, I might or not have been able to torrent a little bit.
Yeah.
Might have known how to do that.
This is all parody. We're playing characters. We've
It's all
never
characters.
never broken a law.
Ever. No copyright law ever in my life have I broken. Of course not. But when I was going to school, I went to school for film, and there would be a lot of movies we'd want to watch for like inspiration, for like what's it called, for like papers even. So you're not going to go rent that; you find them, right? But since that was kind of the norm, was just to do that,
Yeah.
supposedly. Now, recently the streaming services came out. You can get HBO for cheap, you can get Netflix for cheap, you can get Hulu for cheap, and pretty much that kind of covers almost everything
More or
that you
less.
need. But now we're seeing the splintering where we've got the Disney Now or whatever the fuck they're calling it, and there's the DC thing also, and then there's these other ones you can get like your I don't fucking
You can
know,
get
the other
10
stuff.
shows, 10 shows.
Yeah, 10 shows for $1.99 a month, and you're seeing what I feel is going to happen is we're going to go right back to the age of like crazy rampant piracy.
Yes.
because not because of the money, which is definitely a big part of it. It's the convenience factor of it.
Oh, certainly.
Because
Right.
if you have the ability to download whatever you want, watch whatever you want without having to download, you can stream it, and it's going to be high quality. You're going to go for that because you're not going to put your computer in jeopardy and all that stuff. I'm kind of monopolizing this, so your guys' thoughts on this as well.
Why don't we start out with what streaming services we have access to? What are you off right now, Alex?
So
What do
I'm
you?
on like Spotify, Apple Music.
Okay. Oh, you got both those. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I don't have Apple Music anymore. I was using it for a little bit, but I do like the Spotify like platform better. Like, just
Yep.
it's very user friendly. I couldn't really wrap my head around the whole Apple Music thing, but I wish Spotify paid artists more.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
We're on
I
Spotify.
think I got 30 cents last year.
What'd you say?
I think I got 30 cents.
30
last year.
cents. Did you send a stamp? Did you send a stamp to your senator?
More than Tidal pays me.
It's like 1 million streams.
Tidal pays nothing because there's nobody using it.
Yeah.
I thought Tidal actually went away. I wasn't. I
It's
didn't
still
know. That
I don't know, man. It's still on my like list of things that money comes from, but maybe that's just because they were like still around in January of last year.
I have a friend who still uses Tidal, and I have no idea why. Like, the only cool thing about Tidal is that the record spins while you play.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't realize is there's like 1 billion of these in other countries
Really?
that
There's
you've
other
never
streaming
heard
services?
of. Yeah, so when you sign up for like a licensing thing, if you sign up for like a publishing platform, like TuneCore or something, they'll publish you on all those different apps and platforms.
Right.
And there's like just Madagascar. Like this program is just in Madagascar.
Now, are they actually like independent streaming services, or are they just subsidiaries or like scrubbers, kind of like with podcasting, where like our RSS feed is picked up? We only send our RSS feed to Spotify, Google Play, iTunes.
These are
and
discrete
Stitcher.
platforms.
Rate, review,
like
subscribe.
you actually pay separately to get on each one of them.
Okay, yeah. So that's nothing like how podcast works.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you were to want to distribute our podcast in Madagascar, where like only Shmoopla, the one app that they have for
So
music streaming is.
That's the thing though. Like a lot of the podcast apps, they scrub RSS feeds.
Yeah.
So like I listen on Pocket Casts. We don't send anything to Pocket Casts.
Yeah, well, that's because you're hosting.
Yep,
Ultimately, you're paying for a hosting. But
That's
with
true.
music, each one of these platforms has it themselves because they usually end up doing their whatever weird proprietary codec they use for streaming it.
So-
Part of the problem.
That brings up like a pretty good point. Like the music streaming versus video streaming is very, very, very different in my opinion, because I don't see the
Well, because there's no when you do video stream, it's like The Office, and when you music stream, it's like Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
And Nine Inch Nails, that's a band. And The Office is a TV show, and there's music.
Yes.
Sometimes there's music
Well,
on The
I
Office,
was
but
thinking-
mostly Nine Inch Nails is mostly music and almost no visuals, except
yeah.
for like the album cover.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then,
that's accurate.
and then The Office
Yep,
is almost
yep,
all.
that's-
It's
that's-
almost,
that's
it's almost all
completely-
talking.
I was thinking more about like there's less splintering.
Okay.
of like the licensing
I
and
don't
stuff
even-
like that. I think ultimately it's probably more expensive to stream.
But I think it's
Video.
important. I think our listening audience at home would
Okay.
love to be educated about the difference between like The Office and Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, very, very different things. Although,
But when you think about it, sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm good. So do you guys do you think? Does everybody think that it is going to is like it's almost like they corrected it and now they're going to overcorrect the streaming service by putting everything out on these little like tiny islands all over the place? And do you think that's going to make these little islands that we're now going to need to like drive a boat through on a torrent? See what I did there? That's a metaphor.
Oh, yeah,
That was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Right? I went to school for writing, man. So like, what are your thoughts?
I don't like monolithic companies.
Yeah.
I think that's bad. But here's a question, Alex. Have you ever gotten any money from your Spotify plays?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've only had them up for like a couple months though.
I mean, you're getting, tens of plays from me on the weekly.
Our payouts were weird. We would get like 1 month, we would get like 7 cents and then not get anything for 3 months.
I mean, 7 cents. You invest that in a high yield.
What'd you spend it
box.
on?
Yeah,
You
what-
bought Apple stock.
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
7 cents.
Me,
You don't get paid a lot.
Bitcoin.
Look, we give the music away for free. We always gave the music away for free on Bandcamp anyway.
Yeah.
We always did pay what you want because if you do pay what you want, every once in a while, somebody comes along and drops $200 on your album. Whoever you are out there. Weird Saudi prince that really liked my band Yoma.
Madagascar, rich person.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the Penguins of Madagascar. They're out there.
There's penguins in Madagascar?
It's a movie.
An animated movie.
It's called Madagascar.
Oh, okay.
With Eddie Murphy.
But you
with a
can't watch it on
zebra.
Netflix anymore because it's probably Disney.
It's Pixar.
Pixar is Disney.
Everything
Nope.
is Disney.
Everything's Disney. So that's a big thing that it's going to be kind of weird. So you got Netflix with the Marvel cinematic, not like the series thing, and then the cinematic universe is Disney. Disney's going away from Netflix, and where does all that go?
They take it down.
Yeah, they're taking it down.
Don't forget that some of the Fox stuff's going to be on there too because they own that. So The Simpsons is going to be on the Disney one.
But I think like Hulu still is going to partner with. See, what I'm trying to get at is really fucking confusing, and it's going to just make people download shit again.
Yes.
It's-
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, am I going to be able to sign up for the Disney one on Amazon like I do for all these other things?
But then it's going to be just another charge that you got to monitor and have to worry about.
Yeah, I know, but
Probably, I would assume.
I mean,
we do like a
we're-
lot of them. When a show comes out, I want to watch, I sign up for it, and then I cancel it.
It's true. Free trial is life.
I don't know. It's just it just seems like they had a great idea, but at the same time, to Andy's point, it's bad that there was like only one player in the game, but at the same time, we're overcomplicating stuff. So we're all millennials and we have no attention span. We can't change a tire,
You can't change a tire,
Can't
but
change
we
a
can
tire.
change apps.
but we can change apps.
Yeah, we
I don't know. I mean, I just want to watch movies, and I don't want to pay for them. Or if I do pay for them, I want to pay for one service and then share my passwords with my mommy and my daddy.
Yep.
And then, and then they give me their passwords, and everyone has a little password party.
All right. So you guys aren't getting fired up enough about this, okay? Give me so what show could they take away from you? The bastards. Could they take away from you where you will not stand, you will picket, you will march on, I don't know,
Spot of Washington.
spot of Washington.
Fulu shakes chowder off the air. I'm in Washington.
All right. I don't know what that is, but I'm
Sure,
right there
it's
with
a-
you.
Most
It's a-
underrated show ever.
Yeah, it's great. It's a Cartoon Network show, right? Yeah.
Yeah, C.H. Greenblatt show.
Yeah, no, those I love like Chowder and like Flapjack and like all those crazy kid shows. Actually, you're about to watch a crazy kid show, Chris, because
The
we're doing
Adventure
Adventure
Time?
Time next week. I think if they took I don't know, what's my lifeblood?
So I don't know if y'all do the same thing I do. I put on something before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And it's a rotating cast of characters.
King of the Hill.
It's King of the Hill, Malcolm in the Middle,
Yep.
Shark Tank recently because that show fucking rips.
And for that reason, I'm out. So.
Yeah, and for that reason, I'm out. If they took any of those away, I would just probably maybe set up a media server or something with just those on there that I could just play on loop.
I mean, I did just give Brendan a hard drive with a bunch of torrented stuff on it, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Don't come to this.
You can't
condo.
take my Buffy or my Twin Peaks.
Buffy, Twin Peaks. That's a good one.
Those are my two. I can't live without either of those shows.
I don't know what I don't want to say it's The Office. It's
Just say
not.
Parks and Rec.
It is. Yeah, you're right. It's not The Office. It's Parks and Rec.
There you go.
That's what I watch a lot of.
We had to shut the mics off.
Yeah, right. So I mean, like, okay, for example, a lot of movies I will download them even if they're on a streaming service, just because I never know where movies are. I know where all the shows are because you watch the shows all the time and you figure out which apps they're on.
So I think too, like with TV shows versus movies, you're more apt to watch TV shows on an app because you can binge it. You can leave it on in the background. I don't have cable. I don't know. Alex, do you have cable?
No, I don't.
I know Andy doesn't have cable. Do you have cable? No. Okay, so there you go.
Cable's for
Yeah,
losers.
I haven't had a cable in like
for
half a
baby
decade.
boomers.
Still paying for cable, you're a sucker.
I have never paid for cable. I've never had cable my whole adult life.
I think I had
And I'm
cable
older than
in-
all of you.
Yeah, I think I had cable in one apartment when I was in Oswego. But yeah, we have an antenna actually, which is pretty sweet. You get like 10 channels.
Yeah, you can watch the news. Yeah.
Watch the Super Bowl on it.
Do you
this year.
think that all this streaming leads to choice fatigue, though? Are you ever like, there's so much stuff to watch that I can't watch anything?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
and
happens to me all the time.
it's the idea of trying to start something new is anxiety inducing, and we have that. Then I'm going to go right back to Shark Tank because that's nice and calm and easy.
Yep.
And
Nicole's
for that, I'm
downstairs
out.
right now. Mad Men, that's her go-to. Mm-hmm. It's a very depressing show to be your go-to.
Well, like Chernobyl. Me and Julie were trying to watch Chernobyl for like a month. We finally got through it. I fell asleep during the last episode last night. I'm gonna watch it again.
The last episode was the best episode.
Yeah, no, I was real tired. But we kept on wanting to watch it. We're like, I'm not really in the mood, and we can watch it anytime we want. So that's another part. Like, maybe streaming's not that great. Maybe you should have to hunt for stuff. Maybe you should have to watch it on television.
Bring back TV Guide. I
Yeah,
want
dude.
a TV Guide. I want someone to play a shitty infomercial while
Well,
I
there-
scroll through and watch, the 1 million channels go by.
There is an app, Pluto TV.
Pluto TV. That's
That
like,
is-
it's like cable.
it's pretty much like cable, but you end up just watching The Flavor of Love for like 3 hours.
But is there an official TV guide app, though?
I don't know.
that. We're talking about like the channel.
Yeah, you just want a channel you can
Yeah.
flick on. Well, there is one of those on Pluto TV that scrolls just like the TV Guide,
Okay.
and it goes up.
nice.
You can see it, and you can like click on it though. It's pretty sweet.
It's the only thing I miss about cable.
Yeah, just
Honestly.
sitting and watching TV
Oh,
Guide.
I like. Well, I also part of me really misses. Is that a titty porn?
Is that a titty porn?
Is that a titty? I can't tell through all the static.
Oh god,
Oh, like getting like your neighbor's
That's a-
Spice Channel and stuff.
that's a
Yeah.
deep cut.
Oh yeah, man. I'm from the old school. We sat there late at night, like flipping through channel 932. Like, I think that's it. I think that's a leg.
And then time to go to the forest and find the box of porn.
oh yeah, down by the railroad tracks.
Woods porn, yeah, classic.
Totally found a box like that once.
Oh no, that's not even a joke. I found woods porn once
yeah.
too. I don't know why people are looking at porn in the woods.
Well, not
Getting
anymore.
rid of porn in the woods.
Trump's got a new law.
Was actually only moving it to the woods.
That's true. Okay, so if we're talking nostalgia for cable,
Yeah.
which is a weird way for this topic to morph,
Wherever it'll go.
you know what I miss?
What?
Infomercials.
Yeah, you're weird.
I like watching an infomercial. I like being up at like 4 a.m. and then the infomercial comes on and it says, "Night, night, Andy, time to go to bed."
The Chuck Norris selling you an exercise machine.
Oh, the Bowflex.
Yeah, the Bowflex.
Good times.
Or like Billy Mays.
Yeah,
I mean, R.I.P.
classic.
Rest in piss. I don't know if he was a good guy.
Vince with the ShamWow.
Vince with the ShamWow.
Slap chop.
Confirmed bad guy.
Did he have the slap chop too? You gonna
He
love my
was
nuts?
yeah. Hi, it's Vince with a slap chop. You know the remix.
Anybody that listens to the podcast week to week, remember Slap Chop.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
coming back.
Oh yeah, we're doing D&D. Okay. What other? So
What would bring you back to cable?
what would bring? Are you fucking
What
kidding
would
me?
bring you back to cable?
Is this-
Distorted
wait, are you
porn.
selling DirecTV again? Chris used to sell DirecTV.
I did for a short period of time. I wasn't very good at it.
I want my distorted porn back. No, actually, that's a real thing. You can
Oh,
go
you
online
try
and look it up.
fucking believe
There's
it.
people who have developed fetishes for weird, distorted porn because they spend so much time as children watching it.
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing.
I feel like if you put any word in front of porn, there's some specialized
Yeah, well,
fetish for
isn't that
it.
rule 43 or 46?
34.
34 of the
34.
internet? Yeah, there you go.
But that's pre-internet. Think about that. Eh?
That's true. Those were the good old days, man.
It was
So what can I do to get you in to we're talking it's $44 a month for your internet, and that also includes another $100 for your cable. What do I got to do to get you
Where's
in
my
this plan?
fucking landline, bro? That's what I'm
landline?
wondering
You know
about.
what? Because your family, I'll throw it in for free.
Wow. So I'm only paying $144 a month.
$144.
I'll tell you something I would like. I would like some kind of service
Yep.
where I can pick like 10 TV shows and they just
just-
constantly stream on there.
There's got to be
And I
something
can
like
flip
that.
between the channels.
Slingbox.
And I
isn't it?
never know what episode's going to be on.
Yeah.
It's like
I could just go like, what episode of Parks and Rec is on right now?
Yeah.
it's like,
That's a good point.
What is that T-Mobile phone, like the Fave 5 or whatever? You have that
Yeah.
for
Your
TV.
Fave 5 and
Yeah.
just like choose one of those.
Fave 10,
Yeah.
but they're
I get-
always playing.
You could set up
but
your
it's-
King of the Hill, whatever other Shark Tank shit you want to watch, and
Somebody
Shit
watches.
about Shark Tank, bro.
Somebody's watching House Hunters International on my Hulu, Chris. Who is that?
That's not me.
Is it Julie?
I don't know.
Julie's trying to get you a House Hunted International.
She likes House Hunters.
Those shows are addicting, though.
They're great.
I watched the first episode of one of those cooking shows on Netflix. Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat.
That show's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that show's amazing.
She's awesome.
I was like, okay, cooking show, and then by like the third episode, my partner was like, "You want to watch the fourth?" And I was like, "Yes,
Please.
right now."
They suck you. They suck you in pretty quick.
Ah, man. I just miss having like a steady stream of TV,
Well, not having to choose.
not having to choose.
it's the choice fatigue, man. I have this. I think choice fatigue is the bane of modern existence.
So I watch a lot of YouTube, man.
Yeah. Well, you get to choose on
Choices
YouTube.
are
too.
endless on YouTube.
I used to buy a CD, and I'd listen to it till I liked it, and I got to like a lot of CDs I wouldn't have liked otherwise.
Back in my day, we'd go down to the local dealership and get ourselves a Mike Patton CD.
Yeah, when we all bought with teeth,
Yeah.
we were like,
Yeah.
well, it's 9 Inch Nails, and we're gonna fucking like it.
Yeah. There's some good licks on there.
I like with teeth.
Yeah, and then Only comes on.
Yeah, only's the
I like only two. I don't
Only's
care.
alright, man.
I don't have a critical
the
eye.
best.
Don't have me on your critic show.
Thank God he's back in form.
Yeah. Bad Witch is very good. All right, what do you say? Any last thoughts about streaming services, about pirating? I thought we could talk a little more about pirating. But that's
No,
all right.
dude, we're not going to jail. We're too
Okay,
fucking
fair enough.
smart.
I will tell
enough.
a brief quick story about pirating way back, like LimeWire pirating. And I'll bring Twin Peaks back into it. So I had gotten into David Lynch, and this girl I was dating, she wanted to buy me. She saw that the Twin Peaks DVD box set was coming out, and I had never watched Twin Peaks because you couldn't have watched it if it had not come out on DVD yet. And she buys me it, and I put it on, and the first episode goes previously on Twin Peaks. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I look in the book, it says the pilot episode does not come on this because it is owned by a different studio.
The pilot episode does not get come on this. Get fucked,
Yeah.
nerd.
So I had to go download the pilot episode, which comes
Why
with
don't you read a
with-
fucking book?
Which comes with so the pilot episode they had recut so that it could be a TV movie if the show failed.
Right.
So you had to watch it and know when to stop because there were spoilers
For the later
in the last
season.
for the later episodes. So I downloaded that, pirated, and watched it. But then season 2 was not out on DVD, and there was no idea when they were going to release it. So I scoured LimeWire until I found Swedish subtitled Twin Peaks season 2 in like 480, like just the shittiest quality, and that's how I watched Twin Peaks season 2.
Oh, I watched Napoleon Dynamite in like it must have been like 300 pixels across.
Yeah, that's what we
like,
watched in
Dawn
the
of
Army
the
now in last
Dead.
week.
Dawn of the Dead. What about it? You watched it in
that,
very
that was one of the first ones we grabbed.
Grainy.
Supposedly got off the internet webs. And yeah, I remember figuring out how to get it with a S video out to play on our parents' TV in the living room on our Dell tower. And everybody in the neighborhood gathered around and watched a supposedly pirated version of not Romero's Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
The original.
No, the remake.
Oh, okay. Isn't Romero's is the original? Is the remake?
No, wait. Is Romero who made Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and
Romero.
Yeah, it's Romero. So
Oh, okay.
it's
Those were the
Rodriguez.
sequels.
Rodriguez
Oh, yeah,
was,
you're right.
was the remake.
Yeah.
Well, the in like 1999, before you even had streaming services, you had IRC. Does anybody remember IRC? We got anybody?
No.
Internet
What?
Relay Chat.
What?
Oh, is that the
What
flower
in the
thing?
Gen X is
Yep.
this bullshit?
No, that's ICQ you're thinking
Oh
of.
fuck!
ICP.
I use that too to meet women because you used to be able to search by age and location and gender. The free
Nice.
love period of the internet, everybody, before people start getting murdered. So I went on IRC and you could download music on there. This is before there were streaming things. So you had to find a guy in our chat room that had the thing you wanted. And then there were bots in the chat room that would let you type in like a command and download from this guy's library.
Interesting.
And
like a
if
server
either
pretty
of
much,
you
and you just pull
had
down
your
from it?
connection interrupted, you're fucked.
You go straight to jail.
Yeah, you're
Right,
just
right.
you can't watch it. You got to start over. And I was like, I'm gonna download a music video. It took something like 35 hours, and it was "Smells Like Teen Spirit." And I somehow convinced my parents to not need to use the phone for that whole time because we'd only had one phone line.
Mom, I'm downloading.
I was waking up. I woke up in the morning. I was like, "Is it still going?" Oh my god, it's still going. It's like 35% done.
Someone on the phone.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Your grandma's calling. She needs a ride to the hospital.
I'm downloading Nirvana.
Get off the phone, Mom.
All right, so we're moving on now to topic number. There it is.
We got there. Awesome.
Okie dokie.
That's you, Alex.
Beep bop boop boop beep boop
Beep,
boop
bop,
boop boop beep boop boop beep bop 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 bop
Bam,
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 bop.
bam, bam.
Yeah. Alex has an album out on Spotify called Chandelier under Soo Do Koo. SOODOKOO.
Sudoku, 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 Sudoku.
That's tight.
Sudoku, 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 Sudoku.
It's the only sample I have right now.
Sudoku.
It's good shit.
Yeah, I fucking that shit's tight. Okay, so that's your topic, my friend.
So I was thinking about talking about video games and music together, but not in the traditional sense, like making
Okay.
music with video games.
Oh,
okay.
You talked a little bit about. You alluded to it yesterday.
Yeah, I really want to buy a PlayStation 1 again, so I can feel like I'm at my grandmother's house
Hell yeah.
at 8 years old, and get the MTV Music Generator app.
Okay.
It's apparently amazing.
Really?
There's a producer named Bombay that produced for a rapper named Blue in
Okay.
2014. Made the whole album on a PS1.
That's
The album's
awesome.
called Glad to Be Home. Pitchfork slandered it, but it's fucking
That's what
amazing.
Pitchfork does.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they do.
So-
But yeah,
So the I was actually watched the video recently about the PS1, and is it something like with like the disc because it's like black or there's like it's a weird like format or something like that? I heard. I don't know. Could be completely talking out of my ass.
that they can make music with it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like it gives like a special sound or something like that, maybe.
I just know the sound coming out of it is really shitty, and like I say shitty in a different sense. Like I don't know. I love rugged lo-fi recordings or whatever,
like
and I guess
90s
it adds
shitty.
to that aesthetic.
Yeah, like
90s
big
shitty is
crushed
very
and that kind of
specific.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, 90s all of the codecs that they use to compress audio in the 90s, especially the ones like Akai used in their samplers, they had this really weird sound that a lot of people like a lot, and it became iconic because it was used on so many records in the
Right.
90s.
No,
those
I mean,
dirty drums.
exactly. Get those like that nice like kind of like bass hits.
Yeah, and if you're already ripping it from vinyl, it just helps even much more.
Degrade the sound. Take it down. Bring it back to basics.
No sound.
There's a cart that they make for the original Game Boy that turns it into a synthesizer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it called again?
can't
like
remember what it's-
nanobot or something?
Yeah, it's something like nano something.
Oh, Nano Drop.
Nano
I don't
Boy.
remember.
Because it's a Game Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
no,
pretty awesome. Yeah, it basically lets you play the sound chip in it.
that's awesome.
Yeah, they have another program in a Game Boy emulator called LSDJ.
Yes.
That's really good.
You know who uses that? Do you know Nick Myers? DJ Milky? I don't know.
I don't.
He's one of our friends from home, and he like I remember him showing me like LSDJ, and I was like, this is the fucking craziest thing I've ever seen, because you like literally put in every single like parameter that you want to put in, like it's like a little sequencer.
Yeah.
So when you said music like with video games, that's I always think like chip tunes. Is that the correct-
Chiptune, yeah.
Yeah, like the
Not hit clips.
what's hit clips?
Hit clips is like a thing that you would get from like cereal boxes. There was like a 30-second sample of like a Hannah Montana song.
Oh yeah, it was like
Something
on a little keychain. Or
yeah,
something.
you get hit clips. I'm sure you can make some solid music with that too.
See if we can
I
get some
want
of
to.
those.
I want to make a record on those tooth tune things. You remember those?
Like toothbrushes?
Yeah, the toothbrushes that played your favorite song while you brushed for 30 seconds.
Well, I think I was just old enough not to like.
You don't remember tooth tunes?
No, Andy, I
like-
don't.
We
When I
never
was,
had
like-
it. Mom would never get it from me.
When I was like 10, I would see them like the Hannah Montana, Jonas Brothers ones. They would just be in the store, and I'm like, I should hack one of these. Has someone done that?
Well, like I think that stuff's very fascinating. Like when people really get into like the hardware of like stuff like that, where like
circuit
circuit bending. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
a friend of mine just was down home and he found his old Speak and Spell,
Okay.
Oh,
which is like the holy grail of like old
circuit
shitty
bending.
toy circuit bending, and he's really excited about it.
There's somebody called OK House Cat that I've seen that makes a bunch of these like crazy things. It's just like you'll see it's like a speak and spell with like 30 switches on it, and then each of the switch like does some weird modulation to it, and it sounds like a speak and spell, just, talking directly from hell.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So tell me more about this program that you were talking about, like the MTV music thing.
So the music generator as a sampler, I think a sequencer. You can quantize in it, and the sound is so terrible, and it makes everything sound beautiful. I don't know much about the program because I haven't personally used it yet, but I've seen videos of people using it, and it seems to be like you can figure it out in 20 minutes or so.
Nice. So wait, was it like a game that they put out?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
an actual
Okay,
game
so-
for the PS1.
Nice.
But outside of that, there's another game. I don't know what it's called on the PlayStation Portable.
Okay.
There's a producer named DiBiase that does a lot of cool stuff with that. I think he's made a whole tape on the PSP. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's ridiculous because it's so good.
So whenever I see these things, I always think like I get this feeling like an imprint of what the person might be like seeking to do with it, and it's making it hard on purpose to some extent. like really
Right.
grinding it out with the software or whatever you're using. Is that something that like you're interested in working with?
I think so. I really like learning different softwares and other hardwares, especially if they're challenging. Because like, I think that's why I got Ableton, because it's really hard.
Because you're a masochist.
I just hate myself.
That's why I like to write music with hardware.
Yeah.
Hardware is it's amazing.
I'm not going to write the same piece of music on 2 different pieces of hardware.
Right.
Well, also the hardware itself informs the way that you make the music, right?
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
so when I have this little tiny
Sudoku.
sampler boy, like that, like I can only make certain sounds with it. I have 16 bars with it, or 16 spots on it, so I can't like go that crazy with the melodies and stuff unless I chain them together. So like it makes you kind of like flip your brain around and do different things with the sampler itself.
That's why I like all
Yeah.
the Korg Volcas so much.
Oh yeah, those are
Those
fun.
are cool.
Yeah, I have all of them except the 2 new ones.
Wow, weird brag.
Yeah, I have. I don't have the sampler one because I already have samplers. I don't need another sampler. I got enough fucking samplers. But yeah, there's 2 new ones that I really want to get. But yeah, they all have like 16-step sequencers. They're really stripped down. What you can do with them is so limited that you're forced to be creative.
Right. Oh, there's an angle.
Well, it's all about creativity.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm saying art, and this connects to our last topic here.
Huh.
Art does better against a wall than it does in an open space.
That's true.
It's limitations.
Yeah.
right.
So get yourself some crystal glasses with just a limited amount of water. Make yourself a melody.
Exactly.
Spin those rims.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I have more soft synths than I have hardware stuff, but I almost never use them because I just don't get as much from them.
Now,
Most
like,
of them are overblown and have too many features. So I get choice fatigue even messing
Right.
around with them. And I could do so many things with them. And then it's just like, well, I'll just make 4 more instances of it in order to do all the things that I want. But a piece of hardware has these built-in limitations. Like if I'm writing with my Digitact, it's got 8 tracks.
right.
The end. It's got 8. And if I want to figure out a way around that, I have to be really creative. And that creativity is just, it'll make you make things you otherwise wouldn't make.
Makes you feel good too.
Yeah, when you master a
Once
piece
you
of
like
hardware or
crack the
something.
code.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you figure it out, it's like, it's like a rush. How do you make most of your music?
I was using Logic and Serato Sample through it as a plugin, but
Okay.
I've been getting away from DAWs recently. I've been making standalone stuff on the 404.
Nice.
I just got an MPC 2000 XL that
Okay.
I still got to try to learn and don't want to use that with the DAW.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
But that's
For those who don't know, since I'm realizing people might have no idea what we're talking
Chris,
about.
what are we talking about?
What's a DAW?
You
digital
guys-
audio workstation.
Yeah, it's in the
Like,
box. It's
what
right
you make your
inside the
stuff in.
computer.
Yeah, so it's basically like it's
It's a music box inside of a computer box.
It's your
Pretty
garage
close.
band
Yeah. Ah, yes.
for all the
Yeah.
Macs out there.
Your Pro Tools, all that stuff.
You control it with a MIDI controller most of the time.
Yeah.
And the different kinds of MIDI controllers also determines the way that you use those as well. It gives it a different texture, the way that you want to use it. I mean, you're not going to play a guitar the same way you're going to play a piano. You can't, shred on a piano the same way you shred on a guitar.
Tell Billy Joel that.
Damn, you got me, dude.
Gotta listen to some free jazz.
That's true. That's true. I actually saw a band recently called Muscle Tough that we were watching them and we realized that they were playing, the bass was playing the guitar part and the guitar was playing the bass part, and by that I mean they had like pedals and stuff that basically pitched up octave style, and this guy was just playing on a fretless bass a guitar like soloing and stuff. It was crazy.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, you can do a
Jaco
lot with that.
Pastorius. It's got a lot of good bass stuff like that.
Yeah, and he did it without any effects too.
Yeah.
He just did it with pinch harmonics.
There's this record he put out called, I forget what the record is called, but the first track off of it is called Crisis. And he put all these great musicians in different rooms and did not allow them to hear each other, and he just gave them a click track, and I don't think he gave them a key signature. He's like, just play. And the record label was like, don't do this, like that's a terrible idea, have that be your last track. And he's like, no, it's gonna be the first one, this is revolutionary. And in my opinion it is. It's like it's a crazy fascinating record to listen to.
And
But
then a
it-
bouncer beat him to death.
Yeah, after he
Wait,
lost
what?
his record deal and
Yep.
descended into mental and
He was drunk
that
and he
stuff.
showed up at a gig he was supposed to play at, and the bouncer didn't believe him. So the bouncer hit him.
threw him through a window.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he died from the injuries.
That's not good. Don't do that, guys.
Yeah, no, don't do that. So outside of the PlayStation thing, is there any other ways that you've tried or you want to experiment with making music with like video game stuff?
I've been trying to. I had a Game Boy Micro for a while. I was trying to hook that up with an aux in, but I was just getting the timing right and like getting to the point in the video game you want to be at to sample.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea how some of the people that do it, like Sam I Am and a bunch of other people, sample Nintendo 64 all the time.
Okay.
And I'm just like, how do you get to that point in the video game?
That's another layer of difficulty.
So
You actually have to
hard.
be good at the video game too.
Yeah. There's a producer, Madlib's brother, Oh No, does mostly video game samples.
Okay.
And he'll just sit there, smoke a blunt, and play video games and be like, yeah, I like that one. Throw it into Pro Tools.
That could be a career choice you could make. I'm gonna play video games for people so that they can sample.
You're
it.
the player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just give me some beer. Actually, I'm not
Gotta
very
have the
good at I'm not very good at video games, so I'd probably have to farm that out. So Brendan,
Okay.
I would actually I'd represent Brendan.
Okay, so you'd be the in
Yeah.
between. Just
Yeah,
drink,
better
you'd be
at video
drinking
games than you.
beer.
That's what I'm saying. You play them.
Oh, I play them for you.
No.
Okay, I was like, I don't
you'd
think
be
anybody
playing
play
them-
video games for me.
No. You'd be playing
Hey,
them
listen,
for
mister.
a
Alright.
third party.
I have 4 Korg Volcas.
Yeah. Okay. So no. So you would sign a deal with me exclusively, and I would farm you out to various artists so that you could play
Well,
video games.
yeah,
so they
I
could-
like it, I like
and
it.
then I'd give
Can
you
I
a
just be Dark Souls? Because that's the only game I'm really good at.
that'd be some sad music.
It would be really fun.
You only get to play games you're bad at.
Yeah, no, it's it's like the Twilight Zone twist at the end.
Yeah.
It's the games you hate.
Alessandro Cortini, the keyboard player for Nine Inch Nails, plays a like Tascam Portastudio
Nice.
as like a cheap, it was like a poor man's Mellotron.
Okay.
Which if you don't know what a Mellotron is, it's a tape based. It's basically the first real
It's like
sampler. Yeah,
all
it's
sampled sounds.
Yeah, it's basically a keyboard that you play, and then bits of looped tape play when you hit the keys.
Okay.
You
So
would
that basically like pitches that up and down and all
you would
that.
recognize it immediately if you ever.
If you listen to Sgt. Pepper's,
Yeah, there's tons
they're
of it
like
on
that
there.
crazy dreamy sound as Mellotron.
Yeah, especially on Strawberry Fields.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too. You can
Okay.
hear it on there. You can hear it in Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds a lot. Exit music for a film by Radiohead.
Hey, I know that one.
The sound of like the choir in the background.
Uh-huh.
That's actually a Mellotron.
Interesting.
That's why you
I
can
didn't
hear
know
it
that.
stop whenever he lets the keys go. Is because it's not a real choir. So it's got this kind of warped, dreamy sound because tape degrades very quickly, and you're sitting there playing these loops over and over again.
right.
And every Mellotron sounds a little different too. I think the one they use for that is actually the one they use for Sgt. Pepper's. I think it's the same Mellotron.
That
Cool.
sounds about right for Radiohead.
But what he does is he takes this like cheap like 90s 4-track tape, like cassette tape recorder,
Right.
that records 4 tracks on one cassette, and he records different parts of Nine Inch Nails songs on them, and then just uses the volume knobs to play the different parts. So like when they play Closer, the chord progression is 4 chords, and he has 1 chord on each track, and he just turns them up and down to play the chords, and it's really cool. But that's just a good example of kind of taking something that it's a musical device, but he's turned it into something totally different, and it's awesome.
Well, it's like sometimes you'll see people playing. Like I saw a video. I don't know if you know Nightmares on Wax, but I saw a video of him playing a synthesizer, and he was doing like crab scratches with like the like sliders and stuff. So he's playing a synthesizer like it's a DJ, or like a turntable. And I think there's always going to be somebody out there who's doing some crazy shit with some other crazy shit and making the weirdest sounds that you've ever heard. I actually wanted to ask you about your samples. There's one particular sample on Chandelier that I really want to know. What's the Rock Facts thing? What's that from?
Like the kids or the sample.
Well, it was like Rock Facts.
Oh,
Hey,
you ever-
mister, you want to
so-
hear some Rock Facts?
So there's this great show on Cartoon Network called Over the Garden Wall.
Okay.
And it's about these 2 characters named Wirt and Greg that go over a garden wall and end up in this like realm of uncertainty, and it's a kid show, but it's pretty good. And there's this character Greg that always wants to go frog hunting,
Okay.
and he's just, hey Wirt, you want to hear a rock fact? And he'd be like, no, I don't want to hear a rock fact. He's really anxious, but Wirt's always like the good comic relief.
Nice.
Like pull out a frog and be like, ribbit.
I always
Good show.
There's a website, I think it's called Who Sampled or something like that.
Yeah.
I always dig into that and try
I'm
to figure out
always
the
on that.
samples. I love that shit. Like I was listening to a Fortet song, and I forget what the sample was, but it was I think that was the way that I came up with listening to Mike Umo, who's like a African. He's from Ghana, I think, but from the 70s, and then, like, it's in the background of the song "Sing," but you don't hear it until you've like really listened to that song and listen to the bass line of it, and it's like just underneath the surface, but it like drives the whole song because the bass line becomes like the whole groove for the song.
Yeah.
I think that like sample culture is really fucking cool, like, because it's an imprint of the person who's doing it. Obviously, you like Over the Garden Wall, so that's why it shows up in your music.
Right.
You know, I think that like it's a very personal thing which samples you choose.
I think sampling is like a more day-to-day thing. Like, if we all do it in our day-to-day activities, like I make collage art and stuff too.
Okay.
And I really just love digging through old National Geographics and stuff like that, old cereal boxes, and just putting stuff together because you can put your personality into it. Like, I feel like writing's the same way. If you're like writing a rap or something, you're like, oh, let me think of this pop culture reference I'll throw in there too.
Right.
Whatever. It's all sampling. We're
Well,
all little samplers.
Well, and then you are like,
It's
I mean,
transformative, man. That's the idea.
in our thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Damn,
I had
Chris
something.
coming in with the big, with the overall arching
truth
picture.
bomb.
Yeah,
Well, every story's ever been written, man.
it's true.
You just put your own spin on it.
I mean, that like what we do when we podcast, we're sampling.
We're all just astronauts here on
Okay,
on
okay.
Spaceship
It's
Earth.
astral plane.
We're getting the wrap.
Oh yeah, okay.
Life's a
three,
garden,
move
dig it,
along.
man.
Yeah,
There it is. Yeah.
hell yeah.
And that's why sampling is amazing, because you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, man. The only limit to your imagination, folks.
Chris, we're gonna turn you into like a inspirational speaker.
Yeah.
It's a philosophy podcast.
Yeah. It's real shallow philosophy.
You ever read the Twitter? Oh, there's a Twitter page called Drillosophers.
No.
You ever see the page Drill?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
drill.
taking those tweets and being like, "Oh, this is Chalmers. This is niche." Like, and it's accurate. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, I mean, people who understand philosophy are able to dissect human thought in a way that I don't think I'm capable of. And to be able to pull drill apart is a skill. All right, here we are, folks. Topic number 3. That's me today. So, we live in the modern era. Things are different now. We need to solve these modern problems with modern solutions.
Where the fuck are you going with this?
We're gonna invent some things, okay?
Yeah.
I'm tired of having these problems. I like them to be solved. So we're gonna solve some problems because we're problem solvers.
Heard.
Okay? First thing,
Okay.
Jewel
What about it?
goes missing
Uh-oh.
constantly.
Shit.
I'm thinking vape bandolier.
I'm thinking magnetic hand implants,
Oh damn!
bro.
But the magnet on the Jewel's not that strong. What happens if you have to, pet a dog or help an old lady cross the street?
They ain't magnetic.
That's true.
My hand is.
What if it was a robot? Would you hurt your robot friend?
It's not my friend.
Oh damn! Are we an anti-robot podcast?
Hey, you're canceled. No racism against robots on the podcast.
I'm thinking so like the guy from Blues Traveler,
Okay.
A bunch of vapes on your thing, bing 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 bing, like a bandolier, like Rambo, like John Rambo.
Okay, I'm down.
Do you have any problems that you like solved? I'm here to solve some problems. I got a million inventions here. I'm an inventioneer. How about this one?
I got one.
Okay, give me it.
Getting bored with entertainment television solved it.
Easy. Books. Got it. Done.
Moving on.
Learning to change a tire YouTube channel.
You millennial.
You millennial scum. How about this one? How about you remember the clapper? Another thing off the vape, losing your jewel. How about a clapper for vape? You clap it.
Are these all vape inventions?
A lot of them are. I'm not gonna lie.
Vape inventions.
Vape Inventions
Let that sink
LLC.
in.
Can we invent something that just makes all the vapes go away?
Cigarettes.
Yeah, cigarettes. They already exist.
How about a vape fluid? Is that what they're called?
Vape juice.
Juice.
How about a vape juice that
juice.
makes whoever
Juice.
uses it shut the fuck up about vaping for a while?
Impossible.
Just makes you talk more.
Yeah, it's true. Because you get the energy from it. How about this? How about instead of a new vape,
vape.
instead of vaping nicotine, you're vaping your breakfast. How about that?
Cereal flavored vape
Cereal.
already exists.
Oh damn it!
This is an episode of Black Mirror now. So what if like
Dude, check this out, dude.
let's check this one out?
What if your computer? What if it knew your phone number? What?
Who's the comedian that did all of those?
I was from Chapo Tribe. I was
Yeah.
it's like, what if you had to plug in your dog?
What if you had to plug in your dog?
What if instead of today, someone asks you, what did you do today? They said, what did you download? I don't know why they're from Liverpool. How about this one? You got a large intestine.
Yeah.
You got a small intestine.
Medium intestine?
Medium intestine. That's fucking right.
Where's it at?
Because everyone
All
knows
around you.
large intestine is there to digest your meals.
Yeah.
Small intestine's just for snacks. Everyone knows that. So what about if you're having like, a little staycation in between? You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing?
You're having the medium intestine.
Fourth meal, Taco Bell. Medium
Medium
intestine.
intestine, exactly.
Sponsor us, Taco Bell. That one's for free.
How about this one? This is a little spicier.
Okay.
Spicier than Taco Bell?
I call it the iBoom.
The iBoom, okay.
It's a microchip.
Okay.
You put it into the brain of a baby boomer.
Feed them liberal ideas.
Well, we're gonna start small and build from there. That's the software patch for it.
Or they get a shock every time they watch Fox News.
Yes. No, but yes, we'll work on that. But also, I'm thinking it helps them order at a restaurant like a human,
Ooh,
like
okay.
they've ever
Small.
done it before.
Yeah.
How about a patch that makes them just mind their fucking business and don't talk to me on the street?
Okay.
How about just a Facebook blocker or new Facebook, but it's only inside their brain and it doesn't influence the U.S. election?
Brain book. Brain book.
They could teach them how to understand like how inflation works and like how like late stage capitalism is crushing their kids.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Yeah.
How about something from our good buddy Snakes O'Sullivan? Beer for kids.
Beer for kids. I'm into it.
It's like beer, but it's for kids.
It's still alcoholic.
No. Maybe I don't. We'll see. Less probably.
Less. Oh yeah, a little.
But
bit.
it just makes the kids chill out and be cool.
So Xanax.
No, don't give that to kids.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do babies drink IPAs?
Only the fucking cool ones do.
No, only the ones that vape and don't shut the fuck up about it do. I wrote these in a fever dream apparently.
Yeah, I can tell.
I got written here catnip for people, and then directly next to that weed. I have weed for cats. How about this one?
Okay.
Exploding money. It's every dollar has a low level explosive in it.
What about credit cards?
Shush. All money, everyone's bank account is just money stacked up in a room. Everyone knows that. So if you get enough of money in your bank account, it all explodes and it goes away. And therefore, everyone's not trying to be rich.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? We
Trying
can
to live
solve a
within
lot
their
of
means.
problems. Live within your means. Or just, don't sequester wealth. That's
Okay,
more important.
That's probably better.
Yeah, so you get $1 million, poof, all your money's gone. Sorry, Bezos.
Okay.
$1 million, maybe that's probably a good line.
How about a Call of Bezos?
Call of Bezos. What's
Yeah.
that? Is that like Ibiza, like Spain or Portugal?
I don't know, but you just get to call up Jeff Bezos and say, "What's up?
Oh,
How you
about,
doing?
How about this one? It's
What type of product do you use for your head? Because I have like really bad dandruff. I'm bald too. So like, how do you keep it so shiny?
I think Jeff Bezos' head is actually a hologram. He actually has hair, but he's making himself look bald to look more menacing.
He rubs hundreds on it.
That's probably
Yeah.
probably or the sweat and tears of his employees.
He wrote
Purifies his scalp.
Yeah. He just rolls around on the floor underneath like all the filth that accumulates when his employees aren't allowed to leave like the thing.
The sweatshop.
Yeah. Yep, the sweatshops that he
sweatshop.
has in America. Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? You're watching the big game.
Big game. Okay. Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
But you got a bunch of chips in front of you. But you can't hear Sheldon's brilliant jokes because you're just crunching the chips all inside your mouth.
Stop putting so many fucking chips in your mouth.
Not an option. Not an option. We're making inventions. Okay.
Not
Right.
solutions. Inventions are solutions.
Yeah, and-
I've solved that problem.
No, soft crunch chips.
So wet chips.
Wet chips.
Wet chips.
You make them wet. That way, when you chew on them, you can hear Sheldon, and he goes bazinga, and you're not like,
Okay.
"Wow, I'm lost. I don't know what's going on." You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Give me another problem. Think about your day-to-day life, guys. Like, what's something that happens?
Crushing existential terror.
You're afraid of the world? Easy.
Don't be.
Don't be. Therapy.
Yeah.
Go to therapy, you fool. Everything's bad, but you gotta deal with it. That's what they teach you.
Yeah.
How about this one? You got your large pizza.
Okay.
And your small pizza.
Gotcha. Medium pizza?
No, those already exists. 3XL. 3XL
There's
pizza.
definitely 3XL
No,
pizzas.
dude,
There's
there isn't.
100% 3XL
Find me in
pizzas.
3XL pizza.
fuck.
Don't go on your phone, you millennial. Go read a book. Find it in a book.
3XL
Pizza.
Pixel? No, pizza. 3XL pizza. Papa John's. Papa John sells one.
Papa John sells 3XL pizza.
4XL.
Fuck. They sell 4XL
No, I'm
pizza.
saying we make 4XL.
Oh, a 4XL. Yeah. That's how you do it.
There
Do
we
it
go.
one bigger.
One bigger.
Turn it up to 11. All right, how about this one? How about when somebody asks you to listen to something, like, or watch a show?
You have to?
No. Service, like Uber. You just farm it out to somebody else, then they do it for you.
Oh, they give you like a report?
Yep, it's like Cliff Notes, but for TV, and then you also don't have to read it. Somebody comes and directly explains it to you.
So it's kind of like social media a little bit?
It's like social media, but
IRL?
IRL, and the guy comes to your house and maybe gives you a ride afterward. We're going to integrate it into Lyft and Uber.
Okay.
So on the way over, they tell you how the ending of Lost was and why it was good, maybe? I don't know.
Or objective.
Or whatever.
So art's objective.
You mean subjective.
Subjective.
Art is objective. That's what we stand for on this podcast.
You objectify art.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, how about this one?
What?
You ever see Limitless?
Yes.
You use 100% of your brain. You could be so smart.
That's a fallacy, though. Like, you do use 100% of your
If
brain.
you
It's
used
not all at the
100% of
same
your
time.
brain at the same time, it'd be a seizure.
Yeah.
But this is the Limitless pill,
Okay.
but for cheese and milk.
Ooh.
So you take the Limitless
Okay.
pill,
Okay.
and then
I can get into this one.
and then you can eat all the cheese and the milk you want, no tummy problems.
Alex, you have problems with dairy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good,
What kind
right?
of witchcraft are you speaking right now? That doesn't exist.
Probiotics.
No, probiotics don't prevent.
Do shit.
No, because that's not what they're for. There is something called lactate. This
Lactate.
yeah, it does exist, but this is better because it also gives you the limitless powers. So you eat.
So I become Bradley Cooper.
You become Bradley Cooper, but Bradley Cooper who can eat cheese.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't eat cheese.
He does not look like a man who can eat cheese.
Yeah.
Just by the looks of him. Like, I feel like a brie could take that man down. It could humble him.
A soft brie.
Soft brie. How about this one?
Okay.
It's like vampires.
Okay.
Okay. But
But you have to plug them in.
you have to plug them in, don't you know?
And they drain your electricity instead of your blood.
It's vampires, but for like likes
Threading in
on
the-
Facebook and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you go to your friend and you say, "Oh, let me just," or maybe not your friend, maybe your enemy.
Steal their likes.
You steal their likes. You get all their Facebook followers.
Okay.
But it filters out all the moms and the Nazis, and then it's good, and you get that pure Facebook goodness, which exists. I promise.
All right.
Come on, what's the problem that you have? I can't just keep throwing. I'm giving you gems here.
I get stuff in my beard.
Easy. Okay. We electrify your beard. We attach a battery just behind your small implant. No big deal. Okay.
Okay.
Battery. Beard is electricity now. Okay.
But it would turn into a weapon.
Yes, against food and messes. It's great for job interviews.
But I'm not eating during a job interview, and
What jobs are you applying to?
you know,
Tech,
life
job.
job.
Okay, come on now. This is one. It's like one of those electric fly swatters.
Alex, what problems do you have in your day?
Waking up.
Waking up.
Before you go.
Alarm clocks are bogus.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting rid of them.
We'll sell a service.
We'll sell a service.
WakeYouUp.com
WakeYouUp.com, and it's gonna be
/
a dog.
EIK.
A dog makes his way into your house. Whoop doop doop tip tap tip tap tip
not gonna
tap
work.
tip tap on your floor. Shake it out. You hear the dog coming. Gets up on your bed and he just snuggles with you. And then you
they're gonna
also
take the dog away.
no. The dog. It's like Uber but for dogs.
But then the dog has to go away.
What do you mean? At the
Wouldn't
end
I
of
fall back asleep holding the dog?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something?
This-
I'd
this
just be
is-
like, oh, dog.
Yeah, it's not
You know what?
aggressive enough.
You're right. No. Switch it.
You
Switch
need
it
a
up. Switch it up.
Rottweiler running in, foaming at the mouth.
Yep.
And the dog calls your boss and says, "You
Wake
get
up
to get."
every morning in terror. Then you won't go back to sleep.
It's true.
That's how productive people were born.
That's how Bezos works, man. Every morning somebody comes in with a couple of pots and pans, goes, "Come on, Bezos." What's his first name?
Jeff.
Jeffrey, let's go.
Rise and shine, Jeff.
You've got more money than the country of Malta.
Time to take over the world.
No, I'm saying, okay, the dog comes in.
Use your employees like slaves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are.
I bought this watch on Amazon.
Yeah, well, you're bad. I know. Okay, here's what it is. The dog comes into your house, gets up on your bed.
Okay.
He goes on his phone, tip, tap, tip, tap.
He doesn't have a phone.
Phone for dogs.
Phone for dogs.
Separate.
I don't know what issue that's solving, though.
I'm not done yet. He texts your boss and he says,
So this is a subsidiary of Waking Up Alex.
It's
we
that-
need a phone for a dog.
right, phone for a dog.
Have
Makes
you-
sense.
All right, yeah, I'll roll with it. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so the dog comes into Alex's room,
He
snuggles
doesn't
up
have
next.
fingers. He can't use the regular
Fingers for dogs solved. He gets
Can't-
on his
can't
dog
beat 'em.
phone.
Can't
Tip
beat 'em.
tap, tip tap, tip
Like,
tap.
he's got his little gloves on.
Texts your boss
Yep.
and says, "Alex will be 15 minutes late." And your boss is like, "No, he's gonna be fired." And he says, and then he sends a picture of himself, the dog,
Yeah.
or maybe he FaceTimes with the boss for that 15 minutes that you need, distracting him, allowing you to get up at your own leisure and get out the door.
I don't think that'll work.
Listen, I think if we can get all the subsidiary stuff that needs to get going there, I think that we could really get the wheels on the road here. You know what I'm saying?
Wheels on the bus.
Wheels on the bus. There's one
Round and round.
Round and round they go.
bus without wheels. No wheel bus.
Why?
Wheels pop. And then you don't have then the
Sled
kids sled bus pulled by dogs with hands and feet
And
Phones.
cell phones.
and
Yeah,
cell
don't
phones.
forget the fucking
all
cell
these
phones.
fucking dogs these days always on their phones.
What if you lived in the future with dogs and buses?
All right, how about this? Here's something I
Yeah,
don't like
plug
to
the
do.
dog in.
I don't like to floss my teeth.
Join the club.
What about tooth filler? Cement. You take a bite of cement.
Yeah, and just pulls everything out.
No. Fills your teeth. One
Oh.
tooth. Why do you need different teeth? They don't move.
True.
Why do we have separate teeth, Chris? Tell me this.
I don't know.
Tell me, Mr. Darwin.
You need to ask the higher power. Your mother.
My mother.
Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff.
Jeff Bezos. Jeff, please.
Jeff, we're begging you.
Okay, how about this one? You know how Lay's did the do us a flavor challenge?
Toothpaste.
What? Toothpaste flavored chips is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay, I thought you were saying, because this is my angle, another vape based invention.
Okay.
Do us a vape flavor challenge. So they release 4 new jewels each season. and then people decide which ones are the best.
You can't do the flavor of Jules anymore. They've been outlawed.
But you,
Get them on the internet.
so wait, what flavors do they have now?
You can at a store. You can only really get menthol, mint, and classic tobacco.
Okay, well,
And you're lucky if you can get menthol.
thanks, party pooper. Okay, well, here's a new one.
We'll solve that. Lobbyists.
Lobby.
We'll invent lobbyists.
That's what we need to do.
Yep.
Get some lobbyists, infect our government.
We'll get the big tobacco guys. They're probably not doing much right now.
No, they're actually just
probably working for Juul.
They definitely are.
Yep.
Have you noticed that Juul sends you like 3,000 emails a day,
So
being like this,
many fucking emails.
and they're like, tell your story to us how you quit smoking.
Yep.
You didn't.
I didn't.
No,
Nope.
because you're smoking the Juul.
Is that like a? I feel like cigarettes are like analog jewels.
They are. I call them analog cigarettes. I was outside. I was juuling one day outside, and a guy came up. Was like, "Hey, you got a cigarette on you?" I go, "No, I'm all digital now." He didn't find it funny.
You got to say no. You're using the wrong verbiage. You got to say I want paperless.
Oh, paperless is even better.
We're respecting the environment. We're going paperless.
It's not really respecting the environment. There's a lot of plastic on these.
Oh,
things.
there's a lot of plastic, and there's probably some harmful metals in there too.
Definitely. They're all
Definitely.
nylons.
All right, here's this. Juuls, bespoke Juul made of wood.
A bespoke Juul made of wood.
Wood Juul.
So you're just smoking a piece of wood.
Yes. Sounds like a pipe.
No.
It's a pipe. Shit, I fucked it up. All right. Go back to the dogs with hands thing. Okay. All right. We got
What if?
what if Okay, how about this one? I'm just so mad there's so many problems in a day. How about this? My phone's never charged.
Charge your fucking phone.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Charger for phone that's like the Seiko kinetic charger. As I move...
That definitely already exists.
No, it doesn't.
It most certainly does. There's
As
definitely some kind of charger that moves and charges kinetically.
Then let's fucking get it. Let's
Okay.
get it right now.
And put it on the dogs?
Put it on the dogs.
They don't know
Charger-
how to plug a phone in.
No, they do because they have fingers now.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose.
Here's a problem. Chris
After
is
the
tapping
effect.
on the table.
I never tap on the table.
Chris is tapping on the table. Here's where we get big table.
Big
Far,
table? Perfect.
too far away for Chris's hands to reach. It's got a big lip on it. He can't touch the bottom of it. No touching, no tapping.
No tapping, no touching. All right, folks. If you're still
Listen,
listening,
I am an inventor, and I will be respected for it. I'm like Edison, who stole all his inventions.
listen to me. You got a lot of good ideas.
Unscented
You're
tuna. Tuna's
you're
great,
all
but
over
it
the
makes
place.
your breath stink.
You're all over the place. You need to stick to one idea, and because of that, I'm out.
God damn it, you Shark Tanked me.
Oh,
Fuck.
Shark Tank, bro.
All right. Well, thanks, folks. If you're listening,
Thanks for listening, folks. Alex, thanks for coming on and sharing your music with us. It's awesome.
Thanks for having me.
So you can find Alex's music on Spotify, right?
Yep.
And it's Sudoku. Sorry, man.
but spelled SOODOKOO. Sudoku.
Cool. Very cool. And you have a show on Friday, right?
Yep. Superior Merch Company.
And that's in Detroit.
It's in Troy. Yes. Check them out. Check them out. I love Alex's music. I do.
All right, folks. If you're still listening, thanks for listening. If you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/everyone I know. You can get an audiobook at audibletrial.com/EIK. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you again, Alex. We'll see you around and be nice to each other, okay?
B?